large language model search engines, Microsoft uses China for support, and a new iPhone in the wild. This is MacVoices. Today's MacVoices is supported by TV Plus Talk, our MacVoices series with Charlotte Henry focused on Apple TV Plus. From shows and other content to the business side of things, there's always something to learn about Apple's streaming service. Find it in the categories listings on the MacVoices website, or go directly to macvoices.com/category/TV-talk. So we're back to the AI thing. Microsoft is now trying out Copilot mode in Edge. So this is Microsoft's apparent entry into the AI-powered browser market. I have not tried this. I'm not sure that I'm anxious to do so. Has anybody tried this version of an AI browser?
No.
I experienced this earlier today, Chuck.
Oh, okay. I like the way you said it, Jeff. Experienced it. Ooh, that sounds ominous.
And it is. So I did a Google search in Edge, and the search, I could see the page had loaded, but it was like mostly like blurred out. And then there's this dialog box that popped up that said, I'm missing out on my AI search features. Do I want to enable them now so that I'm not missing out? But it doesn't say this is a Copilot thing, but it is. And the options it gives me are continue or remind me in 3 days. Had I not been in a coffee shop when this happened, I probably would have been very vocal about the horrible way this was presented to me. Instead, I had to quietly flip a table.
So, in other words, to be sure everybody understood, it's telling you try it now or we're going to nag you in 3 days.
That's exactly right. So there was no option to say, I have no interest in using your AI search whatever thing. It was either do it now or we're going to ask you again in 3 days.
This sounds like some notifications I'm getting on Teams.
It's so Microsoft.
Yeah. Yeah. So you did not try the feature.
Oh no, I have no interest in trying it.
Yeah.
My experience so far with Google forcing its AI search results on me that I can't disable has taught me that I don't want any company like that to give me AI search results. If I want AI search results, I'm going to go to the engine that I want or the platform that I want and do my search from there.
Oh, that's okay. That's an interesting comment, I think, because you're doing the same thing, but you're choosing to do it and not in a browser. But okay, so if OpenAI brings out a ChatGPT based browser,
which they just did,
okay, would you use it? Will you use it?
I will try it out.
Okay.
I have been experimenting with doing my my web searches in Perplexity and ChatGPT. Just and then comparing it with a regular Google search, and generally speaking, just for a traditional web browser search, Perplexity is giving me far superior results to anything else.
Yes.
Guy, have you been using Perplexity?
I have been, yes.
Okay.
I was using it too.
It's amazing. I'm looking at starting yet another podcast, and the search results that I needed to get some topics for that as a test. When I tried it in Google, I got nothing that was even remotely useful. But Perplexity gave me some solid tips on things that I could use for it. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Perplexity. I think that is a great application.
I talked about this at MacStock a little bit, but I've started using ChatGPT for certain queries, and I found it to be so much better because it was giving me information that Google didn't present it in the way I wanted. It felt like it was more accurate, but it was more relevant to what I was trying to accomplish, and I could refine the query as opposed to having, and
it's real world information that you're looking for. You kind of need to go to at least one other source to make sure that it's not just telling you what it is that you want to hear.
Right. Dave?
Yeah, this was brought up actually at work today. I just noticed this. This is not the built-in app, but it's kind of scary and maybe helpful. I don't know. It's hard to say. Copilot doesn't just remember you; it also understands you. This is a Microsoft article, so consider source. It was a couple months ago, but this is called Copilot Memory. So what they've done is they've enhanced it with AI personalization. What you can access is just personalize anything that you want it to know about you, how you can use it, get any advice on a topic. When you need advice, Copilot will go and help you prepare for difficult conversations or clarity, that kind of stuff. But the thing is, you do have to go into the personalization in memory and toggle that feature off if you want to be able to use it. So is there some privacy issues with this? Possibly. I use the web-based version of Copilot, which is built into Edge as well, because we open it up and you have a link to it, but because you can toggle between web and work. So because I have a work Copilot account, so I can when I go to work, it's going to be able to search any data that's on our work network, and then you flip it over and you use the web part of it. The integration part, I'm interested to see. I don't know. That might be something. If companies are going to allow that or not, only because of security, you don't know. But companies do have things open when it comes to the web part of that as it is. So I'm curious to see where this goes.
Marty?
Yeah, I have, going back to the AI, Perplexity and ChatGPT, I have not found, and I have both of them are paid accounts. So I have not found Perplexity as valuable, at least for the kind of work that I'm doing. Dropping documents in or dropping multiple documents in to integrate that information into some prompt engineer that I have put together or written in order to get an output that I want. Perplexity has some good deep search and analytic pieces, but it doesn't seem as malleable or as much of a tool that I can change to my needs as it does, as ChatGPT does.
That makes sense, actually. I think Perplexity and ChatGPT are filling different needs in the AI query space.
Yep. As does Midjourney, as does all different kinds of AI products. They are starting to fill particular niches for folks who are doing particular kinds of work and use it in a way.
So this means we have to learn which large language models to use for which kinds of queries, I guess, or which
I can
kind of
I can chat GPT that for you in a minute, Chuck, and let you know.
Well, Marty, though, I've been playing with a bunch of them in kind of quietly and not spending as much time as I'd like to. And I find ChatGPT, now I'm using a paid version, but I do find it because I'm giving it information. It knows things about me, and it's able to recall things that I can't believe I'm saying this, that we discussed, maybe a couple weeks ago, and it can reach back and find those again. And I'm finding that really useful. So it's one of those things that, it's like some of the, well, in fact, to go back to the tea thing, there were some debates over in at least one of the articles on the ability to send push notifications, and shouldn't push notifications be anonymous? And it's like, how do you have an anonymous push notification? It doesn't make any sense. And so one of the things you have to know about these LLMs is that you are giving the information. It's probably going to remember. If you're paying for it, it's going to remember a lot more. That may be something you're not comfortable with. It also may make it more valuable. So we're starting to, in fact, we're running real low on time, but I did want to bring up just two other things right quick. What's wrong with this picture? Microsoft to stop using engineers in China for tech support of U.S. military. Hegseth orders review. This is from Reuters.
Surprise!
So the question is, why did Microsoft ever think this was a good idea?
Because it was cheap.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Not just
Go ahead.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah, I know you're just waiting, Jeff. Go for it.
Okay. So when a company makes a promise and advertises that they can provide a service as part of that promise, but can't actually do it, typically they're going to find a way to make it happen. So if Microsoft in this case is saying, oh yeah, we have the support people to deal with this type of situation, but they really don't, well, they can subcontract to someone who does offer that service. And then their customers are none the wiser because they're getting what they were promised. The problem is in a case like this, where they promised a service, they couldn't provide it, so they contracted it out to someone else. That someone else happened to be in China, and they're offering this support service to U.S. government agencies. What could possibly go wrong? And why would your management sign off and actually doing that, knowing full well at some point someone's going to find out?
Yeah.
Which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Which helps justify all my rantings against Microsoft. But Marty, to follow up on the past thing, you just sent a link to our private chat, best AI search engines. I'm trying to open it. It's not doing it. What can you tell us about it?
This was a generated ChatGPT. I just put in a query that said, can you tell me what AI engines are best for particular tasks? And it is a Microsoft Word document, which is probably why it won't open for you, Chuck.
I finally got it open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This is interesting. I'm not going to even pretend to try to read this because there's just too much of it. It breaks it down into text-based tasks, visual tasks, audio and speech, video creation, automation and agents, and search and retrieval. I think are the main. Yeah, those are the main categories. And there are multiple search engines listed under, I think, each one except maybe one. No, there are multiple in all of them. So ask your favorite agent.
My quick scan of this, it looks like this is actually a pretty good document.
Mm-hmm.
Feed it into ChatGPT and see what it thinks.
Well, that's where it came from, isn't it?
But it would
Marty?
be funny to
Yeah.
get ChatGPT's take on it. See if it comes back and says, I don't know where you got that information, but here are the things that are wrong.
I'm the best.
All right, last one of the evening, just because that, I don't know, I'm feeling just like absurd tonight. iPhone 17 may have been spotted in the wild. And there's a picture of a guy with glasses on that seems to be using one iPhone to shoot video or a picture of another.
With the Apple logo taped over.
Yes,
Because,
thank you.
of
Yes,
course.
yes. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, who would notice this? Who would take a photo of it? Why would you? I don't understand. People have more time in their hands than I do. That's all. Does anybody? I mean, did this help me, Jeff? Help me.
Okay. I'm going to make some assumptions here. I'm assuming that as a child, your family celebrated Christmas, regardless of what your religious beliefs are, because it's just kind of a thing. We could apply this to birthdays also. There's a present coming, and you get excited about that present. This is just a normal thing. For a lot of people, the new iPhone is that present in this analogy. And people get excited to know what the present is that they're going to get. And the fact that stuff like this makes us roll our eyes, to me, is a reminder that we live in a bubble. We are in the echo chamber for the Apple ecosystem. When you step outside of our echo chamber, there's a lot of people that get excited about the idea of knowing what that present's going to be before they actually get to unwrap it. And I think for a lot of people, that's what this is. There's also the thing where people love to share secrets. And there's a sense of, I suppose, power that comes along with that. So if you're the person that discovers a secret, when you share that secret, you now have the power of the secret and the knowledge that came out of that secret. That's a very tempting elixir for a lot of people.
So it's not unlike Castle Grayskull.
It is so much like Castle Grayskull.
So, Jeff, the only thing I'll add to that is that this was a post. The article is not that I put in the chat room, but it originated in a post on X from somebody called Fox Puppy. And wait, it gets better.
You and your silly account names.
But the @ symbol is @Skyfops. I can't make this stuff up. Yeah, Marty says, okay, the guy's outfit looks creepy.
Yeah, he's got a like a kind of cap on, and he's got like reflective glasses, a really heavy vest for what looks like what the temperature is in that area, long sleeves. He just looks creepy.
Well, and the guy beside him in the one photo, allegedly, according to the article, is believed to be security, trying to block anybody from seeing when the guy's using the alleged prototype. So,
why would you take something like that out into an area that is so obviously public?
Well, some of the argument in the article is you can't just test it inside inside Apple's offices. You gotta take it out into the wild.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely true. But you can be somewhat selective in where you go to test, and you can choose places based on when you feel you are less likely to be spotted with such a device?
Yeah, a photo was taken in San Francisco by Union Square. Kind of a busy area.
Yeah.
Well,
And
you
just
need to test in busy areas, though, don't you?
Yeah, but not right beside an Apple store. You know,
Where is there not by an Apple store? I don't know. Looking at that picture, I saw this before a couple days ago, and I was like, even if I don't see anything. What am I looking at?
Yeah.
You're looking at a phone that matches the renders that we've seen of
But it just looks like a
leaked
phone to me.
designs for the iPhone 17.
yeah.
If I saw that, I would, and he didn't tell me it was something, I wouldn't have in fact, I still don't, for me, whenever I see I have a lot of RSS feeds of Apple stuff, and so I get all these, revealed, or this might be, so and so, and I just like click and, no spoilers, please. A, you don't know, and B, I'm perfectly happy to wait for Apple's event and enjoy it.
If I wanted to be as incognito as I could testing an Apple product, I wouldn't be outside an Apple store.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
But is there some, it's like, oh, now Apple 17 sales are going to tank because this picture is out.
No, of course not.
Oh no. But
Yeah.
you
So
know,
it's not that big of a deal if it's even true.
yeah. But to Webb's point, go down on the Embarcadero. Go somewhere, else. But
Well, maybe they are.
no, this said near Union
Yeah,
Square.
this is where somebody happened to catch this picture.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean there's not lots of iPhone 17s running around that didn't get pictures taken.
I don't know. It just feels like one of those I'm almost sorry we're wasting time on it, but it also seems so absurd that you got to bring it up. So,
Chuck, just
yes,
hear me out.
but go.
What if Apple is doing stuff like this on purpose, sending people out with phones that look like, just to stir the pot and get people talking.
Oh, it's
Have
not.
someone go stand somewhere where they're going to really stand out, and have the phone, and have someone with them who's acting like, I'm hiding what this guy's doing, which is going to make everyone else go, oh, what's that guy doing? And then the next thing you know, there's 20 websites and 30 blogs and 50 podcasts all talking about the guy in the middle of San Francisco in the summer wearing a thermal jacket, a down vest, and he's taking a picture of one iPhone with another.
But if they really wanted to mess with people, they would have him do it with a foldable phone.
Oh, this is why I love you, Marty.
Nice.
Good one, Marty. Good one.
I mean, if you want to deceive somebody, just come to me. I'll explain the rules. But
I'm ready. You're a little too into this. I'm getting a little uncomfortable.
This is fun.
Guys, this is a fun show. Thank you so much for the time. We covered almost everything I wanted to get to. There'll be a couple holdovers until next week that I don't think will go too stale. But thank you. Let's go around the room, let folks know where they can find you. And also, Mark Fuccio, wherever you are, we're sorry you didn't make it back. I'm not sure if your microphone has made it as you threw it through the window or whether it bounced off, but
He's out taking photos of people with iPhone 18s.
He might have been one of the people with
18,
a photo.
There you go.
Yeah. Dave Ginsburg, where
Yes.
can folks find you? And thank you for being here. You and your new microphone. You sounded great.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I don't know if I'll keep it full time, but it was fun to use. But anyway, you can find me at InTouchWithIOS, InTouchWithIOS.com, YouTube channels, youtube.com/InTouchWithIOS. I'm on Vision Profiles on every Monday night with Marty and Eric. Have an absolute blast on that show. We record In Touch with iOS on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And you also can find me on the Mac Show on the British Tech Network when I'm available. And I'm on social media. That's DaveG65 at Mastodon, Blue Sky, mostly where I'm at. Thanks.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks.
Marty Jencius, thank you for being here as always. What color will your microphone be next week?
Orange.
Okay.
I might go back to the blue. Depends on what shirt I'm wearing. You can find me at Jencius, Jencius at mastodon.social or Jencius, Jencius at Blue Sky. Monday nights with Dave and Eric and sometimes Daniel on Vision Profiles, live streamed 9 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. Tuesdays here with Chuck and the gang, and I love this group so much. And then Thursdays with In Touch with iOS with Dave and the rest of the things that I'm doing, Gear Up and Go, Tech Savvy Professor, Circular Firing Squad, all of those you can find at thepodtalk.net. That's the website, thepodtalk.net, and it'll give you connections to that other stuff.
Great. Thank you. Oh, Brian's doing a little advertisement for you there, Marty.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Brian Flanigan-Arthurs, thank you for being here so much. Where can folks connect with you?
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me. Best place to connect with me on most Tuesday evenings is right here on MacVoices. You can also go to my website, brian8944.com, and I invite you to check out my podcast, On the Desk of Brian, available on most podcast services.
Thank you, Brian. Really appreciate you being here.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Webb Bixby, will you be heading to the Kansas City Chiefs training camp to watch, or are you just rooting from the sidelines?
I prefer air conditioning. So especially the way it's been right now, even though granted it's supposed to get incredibly cooler. I think tomorrow or definitely Thursday, 20 degrees cooler. We're going to go from the 90s to the 70s. So it'll be pretty incredible. You can find me at Blue Sky. That's still the platform that I like to advertise because I like the name. That's the only reason. You can find me there, Webb Bixby, WEBBIXBY. And thank you, Chuck. It's always a pleasure to be here and exercise my brain a little bit. So
it's always a pleasure to have you, Webb. And since you're on that enforced vacation, now you have no excuses not to come.
Oh, I can find some excuse.
Thanks. All right. Well, we'll see what happens next week. Guy Serle, thank you so much. We've missed you. I'm so glad you're back. But I want to point out that you just sort of dropped a little hint there that you're starting another podcast. I think you deserve to spill the beans.
Sure. Well, as most people know, Gaz and I had done the My Mac podcast from 2010 until April, when things kind of went south for the site for various reasons. I don't want to go over all that sadness again here. And we were, Gaz and I were kind of waiting to see how things were going to shake out. And it's looking like the site, at least for now, is on hiatus. So we have moved our operations over to Spotify. And I didn't feel comfortable continuing to use the My Mac podcast name. So we have started a new show simply called The G-Men. And you can find that not only on Spotify, but also over in Apple Podcasts. And as time goes on, it will spread its wings throughout the podcast verse, for lack of a better term. It's the same. It's pretty much the same show with the same crazy hosts, and we have a great time grilling Apple and grilling all of the usual suspects. And it was so good to chat with Gaz again after, taking a couple of months off. And it was like we never stopped. And as much as people wanted us to do, we kept going anyway. So it's been a great time, and you can check out the G-Men over there hopefully in the podcatcher of your choice. If you wanted to contact me directly, I can be found as Mac Pettit over there in Blue Sky and Twax, as well as some of the other social networks, but those are the two that I spend the most time on. And thank you, Chuck, for having me on again tonight. Thursday, I hope to be on with David Ginsburg over on In Touch with iOS. Well, I will most likely repeat all of this same information, but it's always great to get on to other people's podcasts, and thank you for letting me talk about it here. I appreciate it.
No, we're glad to have you back in the podcasting space, Guy.
Yes.
We missed you. We
did.
I missed me too.
Yeah. Jim Ray, thank you for being here. It's always great to see you and your blue beret. Where can folks find you?
I think the best approach would be to go to the Union Square Apple Store and hang out in the front and wander around and see if I'm testing any new Apple devices.
I like it. But if they do find you, then how should they follow up with you?
My bodyguard will take care of that.
I'm trying to give you a lead in, Jim. You're not taking it.
Oh no, he's taking it.
Go
Chuck.
on Mastodon.
Oh, yeah.
And, I have some Mastodon address. ProViewJim at techhub.social.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
You happy now?
Yes, I feel much better. Yes. People need to know where they can find you.
I told them.
Yeah.
Look on T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a whole subsection there.
In my case, it's all true.
Jeff Gamet, thank you for being here. When you were talking about Apple maybe doing this intentionally to stir up interest and talk about it, I couldn't help but think, isn't that what you did with your OnlyFans page?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that promotion.
I know. Thanks for the 20.
Yeah. Where can folks find you?
As well.
So when I'm not roughing up people that are taking photos of Jim outside the Union Station Apple Store, you can find me on social media as J Gamet, and that's on pretty much all of them. And I'm posting right now on Blue Sky because Web likes the name, and Mastodon and PixelFed. And then for shows, here on Tuesdays with you for MacVoices Live, Thursdays on Dave's In Touch with iOS, The Big Show and the Mac Show on the British Tech Network. Brian Chaffin and I do Retro Rewatch, and Patrice Brendamore and I do, no, that's wrong. Shows, too many names. Patrice and I do Retro Rewatch. Brian Chaffin and I do The Context Machine. In my defense, The Context Machine was the impetus for Retro Rewatch.
Okay. But no matter which one, you can find Jeff on it. It's just
Google me.
Yeah. Who he's talking
Perplexity me, whatever.
Yeah. We need a new verb. If we're going to lose Google, what happens if you search on an LLM?
Well, Google just becomes the verb for doing a web search. Like photoshopping has become the term for image editing.
Yeah, good point. Good point. See, folks, you don't find this kind of information out on any other show. Maybe for good reason.
Real quick.
Yeah.
New episode for the G-Men is coming out at 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Forgot to.
I'll wait to listen to when I wake up, Guy.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Hey, I don't usually do this, but I am going to plug 2 Mac Voices episodes. We just released the 2 episodes that we shot live at Macstock Conference and Expo a couple weeks ago now. So they're in the feeds now. Go and listen to them. We covered a lot of different topics, a lot of ground. One of the most interesting things was, though, that it was the first time we've had this panel together live on a stage. So it was a completely different experience, and it was a lot of fun. So go check those out.
Absolute blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really
I watched
was.
the first one last night.
Did you? Yeah, yeah. They both were just a lot of fun. This is Mac Voices Live, the regular version on Tuesday nights, the virtual version, youtube.com/Mac Voices TV. We'd love to have you join us any Tuesday you can make it, so please do. Until the next time, and as always, thanks for watching.
Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with Mac Voices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices, or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.